Off the play fake, Mills. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Okay, I'm not a fan of any routes that just, turn around defensive backs, mainly because I was a defensive back. But the comeback route is so difficult because to sell it, you're selling it like it's a deep route before you come back towards either the line of scrimmage.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go! Let's go!
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do?
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. So a change of possession here on the punt. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
2nd down and inches. He'll find Williams on the slant. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go, let's go.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, you could darn near lay down near the end zone.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now in the year. And the Lions are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Well, 1st quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. First down, Mills. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Mills. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took him to the limits.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and that's going to make it 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the 1st down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 36 yards on the punt with no return. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Swift. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Second and 9 now. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 29-yard line. Running is Swift. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. He'll look to throw. And it's caught.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Swift is in for a Lions touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this 1st quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Mills. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 4 catches, 73 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Mills' throw caught here by Metcalf.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Looking to throw is Mills. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
A first down throw for Mills. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. On 1st and 10, Mills. And right side, Henry's got it. And it's a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He finds his man, complete. It's Waters. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Here's Mills.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. So here are the Lions to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
56 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Mills on 1st down.
They set up the screen for Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Off the play fake, Mills.
Complete, it's Henry.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be a 2nd down.
Mills to the air again. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down.
Open space inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Henry.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw.
He'll find Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the completion gets him just a yard. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Now back to throw.
Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st down, Swift. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back to throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. Swift's got the 1st down and then some.
And down to the 19-yard line.
86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this 1st half.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. He's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And when your receivers say 6'2" or taller, you get those big-body guys, they're made for those fades, aren't they?
They really are. It's the exact call you want. You nailed it. Big-body guys, big catch radius. Put the ball up there. Put up on the top shelf where the kids can't go get it.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Mills' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On third down, here's Mills. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Titans now just about ready to take over. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Keeps himself upright, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Lions will take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. On play action, they'll throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Jack Fox now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Tennessee offense set to go again.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on second down.
Mills. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On now is the Titans punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. On the return is Williams. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Looking for Chark again. This time he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jeffrey Simmons, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They begin with Henry. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where you see the final score there. Mac Jones leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. The Saints have a long road back to 500, but they do move to 3-8 with a victory. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the Washington football team and the San Francisco 49ers. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. And meanwhile, for the Titans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a give right side Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 112 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to throw here.
to the goal line, but it's incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try it now with Swift. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Here's Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Thanksgiving.
Throwing Jones. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And for a second straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now this defense for the Lions, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Jones. He completes it to Boyd. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
A nice burst there as he'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
A run now with a tight end Fant.
Nifty move. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
It'll be a gain of 5. 2nd and 5. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the